Yo, what's up, my amigos and amigas? iDubbbz is absolutely cooked. I haven't covered him or Anissa in a very fat minute. So right off the bat, iDubbbz apologizes to Ethan.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Ethan and Ethan's family for putting that nasty Destiny comment out there. I felt like it was an okay thing to do based on the point I was making, but gross shit shouldn't be spread like that.
Wow, guys, iDubbbz is finally apologizing because he finally sees the error in his ways. He didn't apologize because of the cease and desist. Definitely not. It's because he finally achieved empathy. Also, to add some context, this guy said 5 months ago that Ethan didn't sue him because he's a man.
You also been sued by that Zionist piece of shit? I have not, thankfully. But I have a feeling that is because I'm a man. Most likely.
Huh? Said kind of all I wanted to say with the content comp. That's usually my strategy, is like, this is my opinion, take it or leave it.
I find it hard to believe this take it or leave it statement when this guy milked the hell out of the situation for a long while now. I mean, he's been doing a bunch of videos on Ethan Klein unless he finally unlocked his full empathy, which I don't think it's the case. This could be for two reasons. Maybe he won't talk about him anymore, not because he wants to move on with his life, but because he has no other source to talk about. And the other reason, which is most likely, because he got threatened with the cease and desist.
I would do a follow-up video, but generally I want to fucking move on, live my life. With having the Scorched Legume on, I've been indulging the dark side a little too much. I have my own principles, my own values.
Yo, I'm so sorry for interrupting this video, but like, can't you see the hypocrisy in what he's saying? This guy is talking about values and having the moral high ground, yet you did a video, a shitty content cop, if you will, on Ethan Klein. Where are the values when you're affecting people's personal lives over internet drama? Ethan literally got doxxed because of iDubbbz milking the hell out of him.
There's aspects of that I like, but it's not really, like, it doesn't super align with my principles. I think one of the things that sort of woke me up a little bit is like, okay, wait a minute, I need to take a step back. It's the Destiny thing about Ethan and his kids. That was one of those where I was like, oh man, I think I stepped too far out with this one, where it's like, we know the reason that I showed you guys the comment about Ethan and his kids is because it's like, Destiny's he's a piece of shit, and he has bad intentions.
Okay, in case you guys don't know, Destiny is a Twitch streamer who said something along the lines of, Ethan Klein is molesting his kids, which that was a hoax, and iDubbbz ate it up, and he made sure to spread that information.
That podcast is full of talentless hacks. If they spent a quarter of the amount of time that they do harassing people in, like, trying to find actual talent,
he made sure to spread lies about Ethan. We're talking about children getting molested, which is absolutely disgusting, vile information. This isn't just any rumor. This guy treated this as if it was some high school rumor when it was very serious. And if you lie about that, you're getting sued. Ethan threatened with a lawsuit towards Ian and Anissa, which is actually the reason why iDubbbz is apologizing. Not because he wants to move on, not because he finally acquired empathy like an Xbox achievement. No. It's because he got threatened with a lawsuit. You see the hypocrisy in this guy? Once you threaten him with a lawsuit, that's when he finally shuts his mouth about you. This guy is a big, pathetic coward. Like, come on. At least say you're moving on from talking about Ethan 24/7, like. And the fact Ethan threatened iDubbbz with a lawsuit, rightfully so. But to be honest, if you were to sue Ian, what would Ethan actually gain from that? iDubbbz has nothing to lose. The guy is broke as shit. Don't get me wrong. iDubbbz deserves getting sued because fuck around and you'll find out, am I right? Spreading a rumor, and not just any rumor. I'm talking about a rumor about a father touching his kid a rumor about a father touching his child inappropriately is a serious offense. It's a very serious accusation deemed worthy of a lawsuit. But iDubbbz has nothing. He can't get away with this scot-free, and not just iDubbbz. Destiny was the one who initiated the rumor, and iDubbbz was the one who propagated it to the four corners of the internet. You know, I would rather be in an embarrassing situation such as shitting my pants at the mall in front of my date than being in iDubbbz's position. That's how bad the situation is. There is no undoing this. The most you can do is apologize, which is what iDubbbz did, but you can't undo your actions, and you gotta face whatever consequence comes your way and not be a bitch about it. But at the end of the day, this apology could be genuine or not. If it's genuine, then good for him. That means he actually starting to grow as a person. But if not, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at the slightest. After all, he's only apologized once Ethan threatened him with a lawsuit. Also, something else I want to add is that Ian made a huge mistake in moving to Canada. You see, the free speech laws in Canada are different from the ones in the US. What Ian said broke the law in Canada, and if you want to have a defamation lawsuit over there, the dynamics are different. In America, the accuser needs to prove it's false, while in Canada, the defendant has to prove it's true, which is why winning a defamation lawsuit in the US is hard. So yeah, there's that. So a few days ago have passed ever since Ian's apology and everybody's reaction to it. iDubbbz responded to everything yesterday as I'm making this video. From the cease to desist to why he made his apology video.
Okay. So here's the deal, guys. We got a cease and desist, and obviously that, you know, I was being genuine in my apology because I was reflecting, and I think it was out of line for my own personal, I guess, goals in life and like how I want to be. And I think ultimately, even after my apology, he still doesn't seem to think that it's, I don't know, real or genuine. So listen, I don't watch the podcast. In fact, it gives me an aneurysm and it like distresses me greatly to watch it. So I only hear it through the grapevine. I have to, to use a little bit of a therapy term, I have to protect my peace. So I don't know what any of the details are, but I think in summary, it looks like he's interested, Ethan, in pursuing a lawsuit here in Canada. I ultimately am just like not interested in like playing that game. Like, not because I can't afford it, but because I just think it's a waste of time for me. It's a waste of time. Like, I don't want to know a lawyer, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to have weekly or monthly conversations with a lawyer. It's just not, I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Well, bro, you gotta suck it up. You made sure to spread that horrible, disgusting rumor of Ethan molesting his kids. You should have thought about the consequences before you propagated the information to your audience on that live stream of yours. So yeah, I think this is fair. You gotta face your consequences, regardless of if you feel sorry about it or not. Now, do I believe him on the part where he's genuinely sorry about the situation? Not really. After all, he only apologized once he got the cease and desist order, so he doesn't do it from the bottom of his heart.
Come up with a malleable solution. Basically, I know that there is, I'll just come right out and say it, okay? A couple other suggestions that the non-creative thinkers in the world might have not considered, okay? Number one, trial by combat. Now, hear me out. Well, number one, I'm being deathly serious when I say that. Deathly serious. I understand that with money comes power in this world that we live in, okay? With money comes power. I would not think to take the position away from someone who, accumulated a colossal amount of wealth, okay? If they want, for instance, if Ethan wants to find a party that will fight in his stead, sorry guys, I'm trying to use words I didn't run through a script or anything. If he has someone who's gonna fight in his stead, that's fine. He can nominate a champion, okay? I am about 8 pounds away from reaching 200 pounds of raw gristle, okay? So it could literally be anyone. I mean anyone, okay? It could be, let's go down the list. It could be one of his disgusting employees. It could be him. Let's just rule that out. It could be, so many deplorable people on the internet.
Okay, so what Ian is pretty much insinuating is a creator clash 2.0. This is a very acceptable solution to the whole mess. Just sort it out on a boxing arena. That's very cool. Another good idea for this would be donating all the money earned to charity. I think this is what creator clash should have been. Just putting content creators who have beef with each other and let them sort it out on the boxing arena. Money goes off to charity. It's a win-win situation. Too bad I don't live in LA. Hopefully they can do a stream about that.
The option is there. I can lose 50 pounds in 3 months. It's possible, okay? I can lose 60 or 70 pounds in 3 months. So whoever money talks, right? I'm sure he can get a boxing or an MMA expert to fight in his stead. So that's option one. That is option one. And I must say though, I'm a little poor guy. I don't have very much money. So he has to fund the operation, It could just be in a backyard or whatever. It doesn't need to be like, big arena or anything like that. Additionally, there is another option, which is trial by wits. Hat tip, trial by wits. So, no, we're not doing a dance battle. That's cringe. I don't think. Also, that is just an immediate victory on my behalf. Okay. Trial by wits. Basically, listen. I know over at the H3 podcast, there is I don't know, that the main guy fancies himself a debate lord or something, or he thinks that he could sway public perception by going on Piers Morgan. I'm gonna really show people that I got what it takes in a battle of wits. Hey, I will participate in whatever. We could debate any topic, whatever it is. I'll pick the losing side as well. I'll pick the deplorable losing side. Or, better yet, since a lot of people have heat for my lovely and talented wife, Anissa, she can debate something. I'll just fucking sit in the chair in the corner, okay?
Oh, hell nah. Involving Anissa into this? Yeah, nah, I think that's a bad idea. That woman ruins everything she touches. Keep her as far away as possible from this. The boxing match itself is a way better idea than a debate, in my opinion. But if Ethan rejects the boxing idea, then yeah, they can do a debate or whatever. It would be a huge L if Ethan denies the boxing match. It's a better idea than taking the matter to the court, because if you think about it, again, my previous point, what could Ethan possibly win from this? iDubbbz is completely broke and has nothing to lose. It's like wasting time going to every vending machine in the city only to find small change in them or possibly nothing. It's totally not worth it.
The exact timeline, but sometime around February, when I was doing my Scorched Legume routine, I brought up the Destiny accusation of Ethan to the stream chat, and that's not something that I ever like agreed with or endorsed or anything like that. It was for a larger message of sort of pointing out the hypocrisy, and but I showed it and I felt bad about it, so I made an apology. But a couple months after that, a couple months after that, or a month and a half after that, something like that, we got a cease and desist, basically, saying, don't put that shit out there, and there's loads of stuff, but I'm not going to get into all of the details, but that seems to be the most like relevant thing in my mind. And yeah, so now it's progressing. So apologies don't work unless he writes for you. Yeah, I mean, it was genuine. It's just like it's difficult, obviously, because my feelings on the matter are like super complicated and nuanced, right? Like, I'm able to acknowledge that, like, this is a person, that is trying to do a lot of harm to others, including myself, and I have been the topic of conversation on this podcast for the past year, and not saying I didn't have an effect with the content comp, but it's important to also realize where is your line as a person.
Okay. Honestly, I'm starting to change my mind now. I think he is genuinely sorry for what he did. Maybe empathy is finally manifesting itself fully this time. Wow, Ian. 70 empathy points for you. Yeah, nah, actually, never mind. 20 points. I'm still hesitant in believing if this new apology is real or not. It's just that I don't want to feel humiliated when I realize it isn't true. So I'm gonna put one leg and another on both sides. I just don't want to be vulnerable again, and yeah. Okay, so yeah, Ethan hasn't responded to Ian's suggestions. I guess we have nothing to do but to wait for it. Yeah, dude, I just hope that Ethan accepts this, and if he does, I won't be able to wait for that to happen. Anyways, what do y'all think about this? Leave it down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and now if you excuse me, I'ma head out. Alright, see ya.